Okay, let's see what they have to say. Could we ever see a segment where you take questions about a member's life issues or an opinionated question and then you respond? Make it a high-tier members feature. That way trolls can't infiltrate it. Yes, they can. The memberships actually are very easy to get on the cheap, so that doesn't even work what you're suggesting. Make a community post each week. Let those members post their issue or question. Maybe a more long-form react with fans than just chat questions. Hashtag DSP listens. Okay? So here's the deal. Okay? Number one. These member ideas will never work. We already know that now YouTube is completely broken when it comes to memberships. People can easily spoof an IP address, pretend like they're somewhere else in the world, and buy a membership for pennies on the dollar. You can literally buy like a highest tier membership for less than $1. Okay? So sadly, the suggestion doesn't work just on those grounds. And that sucks, I know, because I liked doing stuff with memberships, and now basically they're completely worthless thanks to YouTube being busted and being stupid. Okay? But that being said, the idea of me taking serious questions and things like that and taking dedicated time to actually talk about it, here's the thing. I'm going to be honest with you here. I never once in my entire time being on YouTube or on the internet in general, I never said that I am someone who is like wise or smart, that I'm someone who knows better than anyone else. I don't think I've ever presented myself to you guys as like a guru or someone to go to for big life advice. Like, when did that ever happen? I'm just a normal guy, enjoying life, playing games, hanging out, having a good time with my audience, and that's all that matters, right? Listen, every once in a while, perhaps, I could give you some advice on something I know about, whether it's games or whatever. You know, sometimes I'll interject a little bit of my own personal experience or stuff like that. I don't know why people would even want to ask me these questions. I'm not an authority figure, nor did I ever present myself in that way. Like, for example, there's many content creators and YouTubers out there that present themselves in a way that they act like there's some kind of a authority figure. Okay? Meaning, oh, I'm an expert on left-wing politics. I'm an expert on this philosophical kind of thinking. I'm an expert on the history of this certain line of something, games or TV, or I'm a guru, I'm a encyclopedic knowledge about movies and stuff like that. People present themselves in that way, correct? For sure. I don't. When have I ever said, come to me because I am a wealth of knowledge on this subject matter? Never, right? Not once. If you want to ask me questions about like Super Turbo or something, I guess, or about the history of being a YouTuber for 15 years, that I can tell you. That's about it, right? Like, I give you my opinions on stuff, but this is not anything to live your life by. And if I had an entire premise of a show or something like that based on, hey, ask Phil questions and he's going to give you advice, I think that's a terrible idea. Because basically when you do that, you put yourself kind of in the line of fire, do you not? Like, what's to say that someone asks me a serious question about, let's say, for example, a relationship. Let's say someone's in a relationship and they're in a bind. And they ask me a question. And I answer honestly, I think you should do this. Maybe this will work. And then they do it, and then it blows up, and the relationship ends. And they're like, oh, it's your fault. You gave me bad advice, Phil. Like, well, wait. But I never wanted to present myself as a guru to tell you what to do. I don't know any better than anybody else, you know? So that's what I mean. Like, if that was the kind of content creator I was, if I was presenting myself in a situation where it's like, oh yeah, I'm a life coach. I'm a guru of this or that. I'm not at all. Nor did I ever aspire to be or present myself as such. If you're here to have a good time, great. But outside of that, beware at your own risk of trying to take any action in your own life based on something you hear in my content. I don't know what else to say. Like, that's your personal choice. If I start doing a whole series about that, now I'm putting myself in the line of fire because I actively chose to do that, right? That would be my fault. So, no, I do not think that I will be doing that, but thank you for the tip.